Warm greetings from the high 10. Thanks for joining me. It's a little late, but I decided to get on so I could discuss this situation out of Nashville, Tennessee. Hope you all are well out there. Got 3 viewing. Thanks for joining me. Hello, sunshine. How you doing, baby? Thanks for joining me, sweetheart. Got a little glare on the glasses. Sorry about that. 25 in the room. Thanks for joining me. Hello, Crystal, Brianna. How you doing? Hi. Yes. Flouncy, how you doing, sweetie? Thanks for joining me. Well, thank you all for joining me. I've got 25 in the room. Yay, how you doing? Okay, Jackie, I hear you. Why you still awake, huh? I get it. This is a bad time to go live because all of us have to get up in the morning. But I was resting most of the day, so I decided to get up and bring you this said information and knock it out of the box. Hello, blessings, Cat's Eye. How are you? Got 31 in the room. Thank you all so much for joining me. Oh, Lord. I hate when the videos start before I can even get started. Hold on. I got to put this. I'm trying to. I'm going to have to go back in and redo it because it's jumping off before I can even get it started.
Gunfire between a woman and a Metro police officer.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm Don Aaron with the Metropolitan Nashville.
Won't even start. Hello, Barbara. How you doing? Hey, 37 in the room. Thank you. I wanted to discuss a shooting that took place on Friday morning in Nashville, Tennessee, a couple of hours up the road from myself. Very tragic event. A lot of craziness. This is a very bizarre officer civilian shooting, and I decided to go ahead and bring you all the said information because it is indeed weird. Hi, Connor. How you doing? Thank you, Nene. Hey, how y'all doing? 41. I'm going to go ahead and start it. It's going to be a kind of small on the screen, but because I haven't yet learned to maneuver how to put it on this screen. But anyway, we're going to roll with it.
This is a video news release concerning an exchange of gunfire between a woman and a Metro police officer on Friday morning, March 12th. The officer was wounded and is hospitalized.
Oh, Lord. Now, how did that happen? Sorry about that. I don't know why this screen is so sensitive.
I'm Don Aaron with the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. This is a video news release concerning an exchange of gunfire between a woman and a Metro police officer on Friday morning, March 12th. The officer was wounded and is hospitalized. The woman was fatally wounded and died at a local hospital. You are about to see body-worn and in-car camera footage so that you can have a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know up to now. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and this police department conduct thorough use of force investigations. This investigation is at the early stages and will take time to complete. A word of caution. The images and information you are about to see may be disturbing and difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for children and sensitive viewers. Just after 9:30 a.m., Field Training Officer Josh Baker from the East Precinct was patrolling in the area of Brickchurch Pike and Ewing Drive when he spotted a black 2015 Chevrolet Camaro. Officer Baker was aware that the registered owner of the Camaro, convicted felon DeMond Buchanan, had 6 outstanding drug warrants charging 5 felonies and 1 misdemeanor that were issued last month for possession of heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, ecstasy, Xanax, and crack cocaine. Officer Baker radioed to check on the airborne status of a police helicopter, believing that the driver of the Camaro might try to flee.
23. 23. Is there one still available?
The Camaro stopped in the parking lot of the Dollar General store. Officer Baker found that it was being driven not by the wanted drug felon, but by Nika Nicole Holbert.
23. Everything's 10-4 right now. He's not in here.
10-4. You want me to give everyone a signal line?
10-4.
While Ms. Holbert essentially complied with Officer Baker's directives during the first few minutes of their interaction, her compliance changed after Officer Baker found what appeared to be marijuana and a powder substance in her bag and attempted to detain her while waiting for backup officers. As you will see, Officer Baker drew his non-lethal taser in an effort to safely bring Ms. Holbert into custody. Officer Baker drew his service pistol when he saw that Ms. Holbert had pulled a gun. As he demanded that she put the gun down, Holbert shot Baker. He returned the fire.
Just bring your bag out here. Ma'am, stop going through it. Come step right back here. What did you take out of it?
Nothing.
Okay. All right, listen. Just come back here. I think we're getting off on the wrong foot, okay?
Because I'm really confused on why I'm getting
He's
shot.
got several warrants.
Okay, that has nothing to do with me.
You don't know who's in the car.
Nobody's in my car.
Well, now I know that. However, now I'm going to address the other problems.
Okay, so you want my bag and all my belongings.
So just step right back here.
Can I use the restroom?
And, you know, there's being audio and video recorded, just to let you know.
Okay.
23, if you did have one more, that would be good.
10-4. Dispatch any unit near Ewing Drive and for church, Ewing Drive and for church.
Can we step back here?
21 to 23, DVB code 3.
Negative, just code 2. So it's just in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, was there?
Well, about 5 minutes from me.
Is this?
Yes. It's got me nothing. Hey, Mom, I need you to come to Alpha Trinity Lane right there where Steve is.
23 to 25.
I just got pulled over because the my name is on the car. And he wanted to know if he was in the car. He's not in the car. But I do got weed.
Hey, are you available?
I'm watching it. I'm
You're going to be in a couple minutes.
Brick Church.
Brick Church.
And Ewing.
13, can I have you starting around? You're about 4 minutes away. Disregard, actually, disregard on that.
Yeah, I'm not done with that though. Where's your lighter at?
13, it says you're about 7 minutes away.
I'll get it
on that.
Okay.
To Ewing Drive,
Oh,
for
right
church,
there.
and the Dollar General. Can I have you start around to 23? Thank you.
Here, do me a favor, Trevor.
No, hold
Turn
on.
around.
Don't put me in handcuffs. I haven't done anything wrong.
Ma'am.
No, don't put me in
Hey! Get out! Get out on the ground! Down on the ground! Step out! Ma'am! Put the gun down! Put the gun down!
Officer Baker was shot in the side of his torso. The round went under his bulletproof vest. Holbert tossed her semi-automatic pistol in the parking lot before fleeing in the Camaro. She drove for about a block before running off the road at the intersection of Brickchurch Pike and Moorwood Drive. Officers rendered aid for her gunshot wounds until an ambulance arrived. She died later Friday morning at a local hospital. Officer Baker is in stable condition after undergoing surgery. In the coming days, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and the Davidson County District Attorney's Office will continue to investigate and analyze this incident. By policy, the MNPD will also be conducting an administrative review of the tactics and interaction you have just seen to ensure that they meet the high standards expected of our officers. Thank you for watching this video news release.
Okay, that is commentary out of Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks for watching that, your patience. I have a lot of questions. Well, I don't have a few questions. Very odd, bizarre scenario that took place in Nashville, Tennessee. I guess my first question is, let me ask somebody something that's in the chat. Hold on a minute. Nene, what were you talking about the video? I'd like to know what you meant by that. About the video wasn't done or not done. Just drop your comment below, because I don't understand your comment. First of all, I want to know, why did they stop the vehicle? Because in her commentary on the phone to her mother, you can hear her saying, they stopped me because my name is on the car. So why would the officer stop the car? Now, this guy who's reading this commentary sounds like he sounds like he should be on the news and not a spokesperson for the police department. He sounds very official, but really sounds like he's reading a documentary. He just had that kind of voice. But nonetheless, the guy reading this story is saying that this person had all these warrants. Let me read it back to you. For those coming in. Okay. 9:30 a.m. on Friday morning, Nashville, Tennessee. A cop stops a car thinking that a 42-year-old Damon M. Buchanan, a felon, was inside of the vehicle. Mr. Buchanan has six outstanding drug warrants, 5 charging felonies that were issued last month for, let me say that again. Mr. Desmond Buchanan, 42-year-old convicted felon, had 6 outstanding drug warrants, 5 charging felonies, and a misdemeanor issued last month for the heroin, meth, cocaine, ecstasy, Xanax, crack cocaine. Okay? But the odd thing about it, if indeed you are looking for the said Mr. Buchanan, why would you stop the car? Because now I have to ask myself, was Mr. Buchanan ever in this said car for a traffic stop, search, whichsoever? In this video, you see that he radios the dispatch for a air police. He gives the okay. The woman who was inside of the car is was a 31-year-old Nicole Holbert, I believe, the driver of the said car. He goes into her said bag, and inside of the bag, he pulls out a bag of marijuana and a powder substance. She then asks to go to the restroom. She goes into the car, fumbles around while he is going inside her bag at the extension of the vehicle, which is on the trunk of the car. He's going in her bag while she's doing something in the car. This is very interesting. Then she's calling someone on the phone. Her mother, obviously, is what she says. And she's telling her mother to meet her over at this said location at the Dollar General store because her name is on the car. Then he goes back to his car for whatever. I don't know what he was doing. Then she asks for a lighter, goes back into the car. She continues, reaches something in the car, come back out. She's outside of the car. She's smoking outside of the car. He's still rummaging through her bag at the extension of the car, which is on the trunk, not the hood, excuse me, the trunk of the car. Then after he obviously finds something else good, which is probably the whatever, none of this making sense to me. Then he asks her to turn around. Then she runs, as you see this car chase of her running around the car. Then he tells her, you're about to be tased. Then she gets in the car. He continued tasing her. Then he asks her to put the gun down. Step out of the car. Wait, first he asks her to step out of the car, then put the gun down. Then he shoots her. Then he reports shots fired. Then he goes down. She starts the car, throws out the gun, pulls off, and then you see him attempting to get up from being wounded from the gunshots by Miss Nika Hobart. So this guy she's dating, friendly with, which is however, had a lot of drug charges issued last month. So assumingly, police thought he was in that car, but he was not. And naturally, she tells them that. Why are you stopping me? I'm not him. Then she lets them know, hey, there's nobody else in the car. Then he goes on to say, oh, yeah, I know that. That's where I have the problem with the whole situation, is why he stopped her. Because if she's telling her mother on the phone, they stopped me because my name is on the car, then why are you stopping the car? Is it because his name was on the car a month ago and then he transferred it into her name? Do you understand? Or are we talking about a two-party name on the car, co-signer? Or he got stopped in that car when he got those said charges last month. The second part of the story that's crazy is her having the gun accessible and reaching for it to shoot the officer after being tased. Why this young lady would shoot the cops, I do not know. It is the stupidest thing to ever do. Those are the two things that's weighing on me. Why the car was stopped. Why did he decide to search her bag, her belongings? And why did she, in turn, once running back into the car, being tased, shoot back with a handgun at the said officer? He is in stable condition in the Nashville hospital, Vanderbilt. And she, as you heard in the said video, later died at a hospital. This is a baffling story to me because I don't understand why this young lady, I don't understand the jump off pertaining to this version that they gave. And as I state, in no way am I condoning shooting an officer, but where I have the problem, like I said, is him stopping her in the first place, because you're basically saying this person got warrants. This spokesperson is saying that, but you don't hear the cops saying that. You know, really, I don't know. I don't know why she got stopped and then searched, because it's like you see that she's somebody else. He didn't even ask her who she was, which I thought that was odd. Let's say this guy's been linked to this car, because he doesn't explain that either. Wouldn't you ask this person, who are you? She's sitting there telling you, well, as you see, I'm not him. And like she said, what do I have to do with that? So like to me, you would have said, oh, so who are you? The name on the registration says this. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I find odd about this whole stop. There's no mentioning, ma'am, who are you, to the suspect? Why are you in this car? So she could say, well, I'm in this car because 1, I'm the co-owner. 2, I'm the owner. 3, I borrowed the car. That's where it's fuzzy. And then the baffling part is, why would she shoot the officer when things went terribly wrong with her running around the car, getting in the car, getting tased, and then she in turn would grab a handgun and shoot the said officer. Now that part, I really don't understand. But that's the said commentary today. Why did he stop her? If he's seen the guy wasn't driving, should have been how he continued to search if the person he's looking for. Right, and that's why I understand. But we know common sense is the reason why he continued to hold her there, search her, is because obviously the guy that they know of has these drug warrants, charges, whatever. So they assume obviously related to this car, because it's like, why, which is, once again, goes back to why you pulled the car over. That guy's had to have some ties to that car. That's why they pulled her over. But that's why I find it odd he didn't mention that. You know, because it makes no sense to say, well, I'm looking for Pookie. And then you say, well, Pookie ain't in here. It's just me. Wouldn't you then in turn say, well, Pookie's been known to drive this car. He's wanted. He's been pulled over in this car, or this car has been linked to him. See, that's where it's odd to me that he wouldn't even mention that. He didn't say anything about that. So that's why she was asking, like, well, you know, why are you pulling me over? You see, he's not in here. You're looking for him. Well, he's not in the car. So why are you bothering me? So that's the suspect part of the story. But the baffling part is, why in God's name would she shoot him? I really don't understand why someone would risk their own safety to pull out a gun and shoot a cop. I think basically she did it because he found the white substance. We're going to just assume that it's probably cocaine or heroin or something. So she feel like, okay, I'm about to catch a drug charge now. Besides just having a little bag of marijuana, I'm now about to catch a charge for having a controlled substance. So now I'm going to have a serious charge, depending on how much was inside of the baggie. She knew that. So now you can get her to go to jail for having drugs, and naturally they'll seize the car and on and so forth. April says she didn't have a license to drive. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, because I'm talking about what happened in the video. What happened in the video. That's what I'm discussing. The officer don't know you don't have a license. How do you know if you don't have a license? That was never mentioned in the video either. Hi, ma'am. Let me see your driver's license, since you decided to mention that. He didn't say, hey, may I see your driver's license? Because they usually ask that. May I see registration? So y'all forgetting all about that. Since you want to throw that in there. Hi, how are you? May I see your driver license and registration? That's what the first thing you're supposed to ask. That little bit she could have got out easily, not risk. Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's why I'm saying he ran the tags for the tent on the car. 7 to life. I don't know. See, I don't know nothing about that, because that's the whole point. He's not telling you much. He just mentions this guy's name, you know, to say, well, we're looking for him, blah, blah, blah. He's got warrants. But you don't hear him asking her for her license or registration, proof of insurance, none of that. Those are the things they ask in the state of Tennessee, because it is mandatory in the state that you have a legal driver license and insurance. So those things are asked first and foremost before you start talking about Pookie and Ray drives the car, or we're looking for Pookie. They're supposed to ask you for that. And then once you give that, don't give that, then that's when they can probably ask you, if you don't have it, please step out of the car. Then you can say, well, what is the problem? Then he can say, well, you don't have licensed driver's registration. Then he can go on to say, and by the way, we're looking for Pookie. Pookie's been linked to this car. That's the law here. I'm just speaking of the law here. To Nancy, to my ability, that is the entire. Okay, Queen says they ran that car. Okay, but I'm just saying, you don't hear him saying to her, where's your driver license? That's all I'm saying. I've never heard of anybody being pulled over and they don't ask for your driver's license. That's all I'm saying. If anyone was going to cover it. Hey, Christy, how you doing, honey? Welcome. Did they cut those questions out of the release video? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to explain. Man, it is normal procedure that when you are pulled over, before you start talking about drugs and Pookie, you ask for the driver's license. Proof of insurance. Before you start running down, you know, all this other stuff, you ask for a driver's license and insurance. I didn't hear that. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Hi, I'm good, baby. Thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you so much. Well, it's just an odd story. It's a very odd story to me. I don't know why. And then her shooting him made no sense. But like I said, her mindset, because what you would do and what somebody else will do is two different things. Perhaps, as I stated, she decided to say, well, I'm going to go on and shoot my way out of this situation because I don't want the drug charge. That's the only reason why I thought that she pulled the gun out, is because she didn't want to go to jail for the substance that was in the baggie. Yeah, they got to release all the video they have. Okay, I thought it said he was a rookie. My fault. It said he was a training officer. That's what the spokesman said. Yeah, Shauna, is very crazy. Why would she pull a gun at the cop if she didn't do nothing wrong? I just said he was inside of her bag at the extension of the car, which is the trunk. He found what is believed to be drugs inside of baggies. So that's why he was asking her to turn around. And then this song and dance ensued of her running around the car, him pulling out the taser, and so forth. I don't understand why they tased her. She was screaming, help me. She was scared. Summer says she set it off. I guess so. Bullets flying, lives lost. Yes. I'd rather have a drug charge than a murder charge. Yes, Robert, I get that. They'll do a tox. Okay. Yes. Night Owl, thank you. Watch the video. That's your best bet. It's just to watch the video. That's why I showed it instead of trying to explain it to you guys. But it's just all of it's odd to me, because most officers would have probably already tased her when she kept going back in the car. That's another thing I'd like to mention. When she kept, fumbling in the car, you have some really nasty officers. They're going to tell you one time to stand over here, and they're not going to tell you twice. So she's lucky she didn't get her neck or arm broke, because all that fumbling in the car, most officers wouldn't allow that. They'd have never allowed all that fumbling back in the car, pulling out looking for a lighter, all that kind of stuff. That would never happen. She really got off good just with that. The song and dance of trying to get the lighter and fumbling in the car. Most would have told her one time, ma'am, step to the side. She didn't step to the side. She'd already been laying down on the ground. Taser, no taser. And God forbid, ended up like George Floyd. Just keeping it real. That's why I thought it was weird when she was going back and forth, and I was thinking, man, she getting off good with this fella here, because she'd have been somewhere with old nasty cop, a little New York cop, somebody. She'd already been down to the ground. I'm just saying. Homegirl would have been down, strike one. Strike one. Yeah, it was unbelievable. Yes, it was. I'm going to tell you one time you might have a gun. Yeah, Gene, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said this song and dance of fumbling in the car, the average cop, that's just what I'm saying, a hard ass, she would have never been able to light the cigarette. Never. Yeah, all that, it was too much. It was, that's why I was thinking to myself, like, man, where is this getting ready to go? And then him looking in the bag. Then at one point he stopped, and I was just like, because he went to his car, so I don't know if he took something to his car. All that was just odd behavior to me. I didn't get any of that. I don't know what was going on. There's a mental health issue when it escalates so fast. I don't know, baby. Maybe she's that known by name to law enforcement. I don't know. See, I don't know. She kept fumbling inside the car. He didn't say nothing. She knew what she was going to do. Okay, Lola. She definitely was doing too much. Yes, she was. Or be on the phone. Yes. Well, I can see them letting her call, somebody. Because once you know that, okay, this is probably getting ready to end bad as far as me going to jail, you want to make sure, you call somebody to let them know, hey, this is the scenario going on. I've been pulled over. I need you to hurry up and get here. But there was no time for the mother to get there, because here's the shootout. And then she takes off and goes down the road, wrecks her car, and then later dies at a hospital. It's very, 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 very interesting. Yes. He took the illegal controlled substance and put it on his dashboard. Yeah, that's why I'm saying he went back to the car. So that's why I said all that was just too much movement between, both of them. Her in the car, he's leaving. You don't leave You don't leave somebody who you're asking to stand still and I ain't never seen nothing like this. Well, you see, he was a kind of heavy set dude. I think he wasn't really trying to do the whole lot of running and fumbling. Because when I saw him, I said, "Oh Lord, this is weird to me." Maybe the piece was hot. Maybe the what, honey? Oh, well, if it was hot, why shoot the cop? I mean, I wouldn't shoot the cop, period. Whether the gun was hot or not, that don't make no sense. It was too early and he missed his donuts. Okay, Nene. He was like a nervous wreck. Let's get the likes up. Thank you so much. I got 143 in a row. It's just a weird story. That's why I would have put the cuffs on her for her protection. Am I right, Air Force? Thank you. You knew you pulled her over for whatever reason, be it her name, the guy's name, drug charges, whichsoever. You ran the tags. It doesn't make sense to have all this movement. See, this is a Barney Fife situation that transpired because most cops, seasoned cops, would not have let all of that movement go on. They would not have been letting you go over here and reach in here, and they just wouldn't have done that. Okay, Traveler, good night. She didn't want the cuffs. That's when it escalated. Well, yeah, but even then, it still doesn't make any sense to shoot. It doesn't make any sense to shoot the cop. I don't understand why you want to shoot the cop. It says in the video she complied the first 3 minutes. I think it's edited. Was probably did the protocol for first 3 minutes. Okay. Carolina girl said, I would have taken the ride instead of doing all that. Surprised he didn't cuff her for safety. Well, that's what Air Force One is saying. That's why I said he'll probably get, looked at funny, like, you already knew the car was registered to allegedly whomever, because see, that's iffy too. She's saying my name's on the car, but he's telling her, well, I'm looking for such and such. So in your mind, you're thinking, okay, so whose name is actually on the car? See, that's weird to me too. Yeah, made no sense. That made no sense. I don't really know. So now I'm starting to wonder whose name is actually on the car. C-Mac, how you doing? Hello, C-Mac, how you doing? Didn't say he was on the force for 14 years. That's kind of sketchy. He should have known better. Yes, Nancy, that's the point I'm making. That when you ran the tags, if indeed you ran the tags, and you said, okay, this is somebody that we're looking for. Why didn't you, it's for safety reasons, when the lady exited the car, just say, ma'am, I need to put you in handcuffs? Because Nancy, she would have, I think it would have ended up just the way it did. Even if he said then, I need to put you in cuffs, she would still been saying the same thing. Well, why? I haven't done anything. And then he would have went on and said the same thing he just said. Well, we're looking for such and such. And then she would have still said the same thing. Well, yes, you see, he's not here. It's just me. Why are you bothering little old me? Why are you trying to handcuff me? You're looking for him. I don't got nothing to do with it. She would have said the same thing. If she had stepped out of the car, she would have asked, why are you asking me to step out? He would have mentioned the guy. It would have went the same way. It would have gone the same way. He never had an upper hand. She's going to the bathroom looking for lighter. He panicky. Yeah, Ruby, that all was strange what she said. Can I go to the bathroom? I was like, I was waiting to see what he's going to say. Because I didn't know what to expect with this story. Just watching it, I was just like, well, okay, she needs to go to the bathroom. And I didn't know if maybe she wanted to go to the bathroom to take off running or, I mean, maybe that's why she stopped at the Dollar General. I don't know. It's just a very odd traffic stop. That's all I can say. Yeah, it's very odd. With all the things that are going on today with Black Lives, you would think that we would be more careful. Yes. She was prepared to escalate, possibly so. They had run the tags before he stopped the car, Pepper. Okay. But what I'm saying is, whether he ran the tags or not, still, here in this state, you're supposed to still ask for a driver's license. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying that. You didn't even ask who she was, to even see who she was. Yeah, I mean, y'all like that's not even important to ask the person, what is your name? Maybe I'm missing something. You only ask the person what their name is. Can I see your driver license? Do you have ID? Do you have registration? That's the law here. You ask that. You ask all that really before they even get out of the car. Sound like she may have been a drug runner for the one they were looking for. I don't know, baby. She knew the gun was in the car and probably didn't want the officer to not only find the gun, but also the drugs. Of course, because that's the point. And that's a great point, Air Force One. If I'm searching for the purse off the bat, do I know something else? And I'm not telling her. Because you're right. Is this more than what has been said to us? Did they have information, period, other than just what was told about the guy and the criminal records or whatever, that he just had warrants or whatever? Is there also something else going on pertaining to this lady? Because as I state, you never even asked for identification. None of that. I didn't hear any of that. So that's what I'm saying. Is there something else going on pertaining to this lady? Because the guy you're looking for is not there. Then she's on the phone telling her mother, well, my name is on the car. So what I have to ask myself is, if her name is on the car, then why are you stopping the car and looking for him? Hey, how you doing, baby? She was prepared to get jiggy. Well, I wonder what was concealed in that car that she ran like she was leading him away from it. I don't know. Wanted to go to the bathroom to flush the drugs. Possibly, Nancy. Possibly. I thought it was odd they took him to Vanderbilt and her to Skyline. Okay. I don't know, baby, because I don't know where they were. I don't know the Nashville area to say why. Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, Joelle. How you doing? Maybe she gets in trouble a lot and they know her face. Well, and you have those type of situations. That's a very good point, Shauna. When you in smaller parts, when you're known for certain things, whether it's drinking and driving, loitering, driving without a license, they will bother you. Some cops will bother you. They will stop you every time they see the car. And it doesn't matter who's behind the wheel. It's just they know that car. They know the tag. So that's a very valid point. Who's to say this car has not been stopped a lot? This car was under investigation. This car has been linked to other crimes or besides the crimes that were mentioned with the warrants and everything. Nashville, Tennessee, everybody. Yes, the whole situation is very, very sad. The car had warrants on it due to the boyfriend's activities. Yes, we know that. But all I'm saying is, what made it get to the point of him asking her to search her personal effects? Because even if I say all that to you, well, I'm looking for Ray, blah, 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 and you say, well, as you see, he's not here. Could he have not just, as I stated, checked registration, driver license, and said, okay, and let her go? And you said the car had warrants. Well, obviously, he didn't tell her that. Air Force One. He should be clear. No phone, stand over there. Ma'am, stayed there. No phone, no bathroom. Yes, she probably was familiar to the cop. Okay, Queen, who are you talking about? This is an incident that took place in Nashville, Tennessee, where there was a shooting, officer-involved shooting with a civilian, a black female, 31 years of age, Miss Nika in Hobart. They stopped the car, I guess assuming that a 42-year-old black male by the name of Damon M. Buchanan, a convicted felon, was inside of the said vehicle. They pull it over. He is not in the vehicle. Miss Nika, 31, no longer living. She was behind the wheel. They have audio, video of the said confrontation between she and the police officer. Dash cam and webcam or everything from the officer. It's just a very weird story to me. Trauma hospitals. I've never heard Skyline is a trauma hospital, but Vanderbilt, where they took him, definitely is one. Okay, Christy. Oh, Lordy. I think we need to see non-edited version because this one creates too many unknowns. Okay. So, Nene, you think this is not the entire video? Okay. Yes, she was young, 31, dating an older guy, a couple years older than she. Very strange, very, very strange. Like I said, because it'd be no difference if, let's say, you borrow somebody's car, and let's just say innocently, you don't know that they've been in trouble, they got warrants or anything, and you use their car to go to Walmart, this would be the same situation. Let's say if indeed this is just an innocent person using somebody's car and they pull you over, supposed to ask you for driver license registration, you give it to them. Then they say, well, can you please step outside of the car? And then naturally, depending on your temperament, because like I said, everybody responds different. Well, why, officer? Why do I need to step out? Just please step out. Okay, get out of the car. Okay, you ask me why do you want me out here? Then they tell you why. And then you say, oh, well, I'm just borrowing this car. This is my cousin, friend, boyfriend, whatever. How would it end then? So you don't know, because that's just a hypothetical. But I'm just saying, people can also be involved in just borrowing someone's car. Same thing with loaning your car to someone. Now, naturally, a car shouldn't just get randomly pulled over. If you loaned your car, if your car isn't involved in any type of felonious deeds. But I don't know. This is just, I'm sure more will come out with this story. Somebody's going to start talking and giving the 411 on Miss Nika and the male that they're looking for. I don't know if he's been apprehended or not, but I'm sure there will be some interesting information coming out about all parties involved. Well, Diane, it wasn't good. Did she have any children? Were drugs involved? Possibly. Oh, Lord mercy. Yes, drugs were taken from her backpack, purse. This video that was sent to me by someone I know, so far I have not seen it on YouTube because I went and I checked. Thank you. This is a Nashville video that was uploaded from the Nashville Police Department. Small bag of marijuana. I don't know the weight of the marijuana, and another substance, powder substance, is what was revealed by the spokesperson for the Nashville Police Department. Were the tags good? See, all these questions you're asking, I do not know, because that was not mentioned when the spokesperson gave the commentary. I don't know if the tags were good. I don't know anything. As I state, I really don't even know who owns the car, whose name is on the title, because he's telling her in the initial stop, why he's pulling her over, that they're looking for the said guy. But yet when she's pulled away from the car and talking to her mother, she's telling her mother that she's been stopped because her name is on the car, which that makes no sense. So maybe, the mother knows what's going on between the two, and she's basically saying, well, they stopped me because my name is on the car, and, maybe the mother knows that the guy has been wanted or whatever. I don't know. Oh, Lordy. Not what? She was more than likely high. Oh, wow. Well, I didn't take it that she was high. Friday morning. Night Owl says the tags had 6 warrants. I think she panicked because there was more drugs in that car. I don't know. Steer clear of drug people. I had a boyfriend when I was young and naive who wanted to put drugs in my purse so he didn't get caught with it. And she didn't go down. Okay. Who didn't go down? She went down all right. She got tased and she got shot. They both returned gunfire on each other. Could have had something to do with it, but don't do that. Say sad prayers. Yes. Okay. Night Owl said the mom also made a statement. Okay. I hadn't gone in to read any other commentary pertaining to who said what. That's why I said I'm sure some people have spoken, but I just didn't go in. I just brought you a link that was sent to me. So I haven't gone in to see any more commentary pertaining to the shooting. I will bring an update soon. They just said that one of the video news reports I just watched. About what, Carolina? I asked, why didn't she get tased when she was running? He was tasing her, honey. That's why they were doing the little cat and mouse. He was tasing her. In the commentary, it says she complied first 3 minutes. He could have asked for DI and insurance then. That's what I'm saying, Joanna. That's the point I'm making in this video. I never hear him ask her for her credentials. That is the state law here. You ask for a driver license and insurance before you start spinning the web of, why, I'm looking for this person. You're supposed to say, ma'am, I need your driver license. Think about this. You're having a cat and mouse game, and you don't even know who the person is you're doing this with. You don't even know their name. Don't you find that weird? You don't even know who you're doing this cat and mouse game with. It's weird. That the owner of the car was the guy with the warrants. That's why they pulled her, Carolina girl. Yes, but what I'm saying about that is, because y'all aren't listening, when she's standing on the side, a little ways from the car, she's calling her mother. She says to her mother, they stopped me because my name is on the car. So now we have to ask ourselves for the 18th time, why did you stop her? Because if she's saying that her name's on the car to her mother in a phone call, he's saying I stopped the car because I'm looking for such and such. Now you see what I'm saying? So which is it? His name is on the car, her name's on the car. She probably thought it was a good guy. And now she thought wrong. Yes, I do find it weird. I think we only seen that part where it went left. Okay, April. I understand what you're saying. Yes, Carolina girl. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, yes, Summer Nights, new glasses. Thank you. Yes. That's the part that's baffling to me, is that the person narrating this story, of a spokesperson, is telling you one thing. You hear the officer saying another thing, and then you hear the lady saying another thing. So which is the truth? Because whose name is on the car? You said, officer, I stopped you because I'm looking for him. She says it. Well, as you see, he's not in here. So then she goes to make the phone call to her mother, and she's saying to her mother, well, they stopped me because my name is on the car. Now do you follow? So that's why I'm saying, whose name is on the car? Because even though what she did was wrong by shooting the officer, you still have a protocol to follow when pulling someone over for a traffic stop. And as you see, you don't hear anything about, hey, who are you? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. Registration, driver license. Who are you to the suspect? Blah, blah, blah. You don't hear any of that. Once he's seen it wasn't a person he thought was driving, that should have stopped everything. Yes, it should have. That's what I say. Once you realize it wasn't her, that's why I keep saying it over and over, and I'm not going to keep saying it. If you had a driver license registration, you would have seen who she is. You would have seen there was nobody else in the car. And then you could have said, well, ma'am, who are you to such and such? This car has been linked to such and such. When you ask those things, who are you? Because if you're saying that his name is on the car, that's why I stopped you. Then why are you hearing her in a private conversation saying to her mother, oh, he stopped me because my name is on the car? That's disputing why he stopped the car, the driver of the car. I have no idea, Diane. It's no telling. He connected the car to 6 warrants. They want him, so whenever they see the car, they stop it. It's basically a marked car. Okay. Well, that's why I said, did he do something in the car? That's what I said earlier in the video. Perhaps he got arrested in the car. The car has been linked to an investigation by, narcotics division. So you're not going to hear all that. He's not going to tell all that in the conversation. And that's why I said that's the part of the video that's suspicious, is the actual reason you stopped the vehicle and the driver. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Valor. Oh, Valor. How you doing? No, she's no longer alive, Diane. Every day she tells her mom that that the guy's name is on the car. Turn up the volume to hear her better. Oh, she says his name? I thought she was saying her name was on the car. Well, I have to hear it again. I don't know. I thought she was saying her name was on the car. Is it legal to carry a gun in a car in Tennessee? Yes, I think it is in the glove box. I have to check that out, honey. Okay, Shauna, thank you so much. Have a good night and blessed week. Yeah, I'll have to replay it. I've already played it twice. Well, even if his name is on the car, you still see that he's not in the car. That's why I said, when you still ask her who she is to the driver, ma'am, we're looking for such and such. And then you could say, well, I'm his friend, I'm his sister, I'm his girlfriend. I was just using the car to go to the store, something like that. LaKendra said, not with the clip in it. Well, I don't know. I haven't read up on the laws of the gun carry permit. The governor right now is trying to get it to where you don't even have to, what is it they said, go through the motions, the paperwork, and having a legal permit or whatever, license to carry a gun in the state. I don't know. That's an interesting story. I was leery about even Nikita already played it. Okay, V says you have to disclose you have a gun in the vehicle. Okay, that's why I said I have not followed up the procedures for carrying a gun in this state, because I do not own a gun to carry. So that's why I don't know the procedure, but I can bring that information in another update. But I will listen again if I misspoke that she said she was not on the car. If it is indeed, she did say she was the one that his name was on the car. Kimberly, she's no longer living. Nancy says, Oklahoma, you don't have to have a permit to carry. Wow, that's dangerous. Just letting anybody carry a gun. Well, see, that's the thing about that too. People do have permits, but they're not mentally stable and they don't have any business with a gun. So see, that's the thing about it. Even if you don't have a criminal record and the state has allowed you to get a permit to carry the gun, it does not mean that you're fit to carry the gun. So that's what's the problem with gun violence, not just, random people, felons getting guns, going out here killing, shooting people. You have people who are actually licensed to carry a gun, but they're not mentally stable to have a gun. So it's both. I've seen it both ways. A lot of people have guns. They have no business with guns, and they are legal carry owners. Yes, she later died at the hospital. Yes, they should have asked her for ID. At the end of the day, I'm sure family may sue if stop was not legit. Okay. Nancy not here either, but I have one. Say what? Not here. Okay. I was just wondering, because I was wondering if that was the reason she panicked, because there was a gun in the car. No, Nancy, there was drugs inside of her purse. He had went inside of her purse. Hello, Exquisite. He had went inside of her purse at the trunk of the car. So I think maybe she felt like, well, I'm about to go to jail because of the drugs that they found in the car. I do not know the weight of the drugs, but there was a bag with marijuana and a separate bag with a powder substance inside. He was a field training officer, meaning he trained new officers. Okay, I have one without a permit. Okay, Nene. Thank you all for joining me. 55 minutes in. Thank you so kindly. Got 139 viewing. Thank you so much. But as I stated, I will put a correction in the video if indeed she did say that he is the owner of the car. For some reason, I just thought I heard her say her name was on the car. Still, it's just a weird traffic stop. Once he realized she was not him, let's just go there. once he realized she was not the guy they were looking for, I just think maybe it could have gone a different way. Look, okay, watching what I seen, family shouldn't get a penny, okay? It better be kilos in that car for all that mess. Well, it didn't look like a key, Summer Nights. It was just a little bag. I think it was 2 separate baggies. Each drug was in a different baggie. But as we state, we don't know what else was in the car because I have not seen any commentary. As I stated, I didn't go in to Google any other articles. I just uploaded the link that was sent to me of the said, police's rendering of what took place and then the said video. So I haven't yet to go in to get any other commentary on the story. Queen, I sent you a worship song on IG. Jackie Blue. Okay. Okay. That was you, Jackie. Okay. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, messy in indeed. What you say, she being a ride or die isn't worth your life. Well, you say so that's what you think. Night Owl, she's a ride or die chick. Okay. Yeah, she says, because Damon's name is on the car. The way she says his name sounds like Demine. Okay. Okay, I didn't hear it. That's why. So forgive me if I said her. She said her name was on there. I don't know, for some reason I thought I heard her say his was her name on the card. That's why I was wondering, well, why is this is odd? I don't know. Yeah, it's very tragic. It's very, very tragic. $145. Thank you. Knew about drugs in purse, just thought about searching the car, and maybe she thought she was panicking. Must have been a bunch more in the car. I don't know, honey. Yeah, she probably trying to impress him. Okay. What do you mean, Summer? She tried to impress him. What are you saying? By doing what? I read the news on this. The lady did not have a driver's license. Okay. Well, like I said, all that's not revealed in the said interaction with the lady about who had a license, didn't have a license. All I heard was looking for this guy out of the cop's mouth. She lets him know, well, he's not in the car. And then the rest is history. She got with the wrong man. Well, Diane, I think she's like a lot of people. She chose who she wanted to be around or with, like many people do. Well, I don't know where you can view it. Someone sent it to me, but when I Googled it, when I went into YouTube, I couldn't pull it up for some reason. There's one link that I sat and waited on the video, but nothing ever came up, so I don't know. I've already played it. I don't want to play it again. Yes, that is what's sad. Yes, alive 1 minute and gone the next. It is very, very sad. She just watched it. Looks like she was getting licensed when he asked for the bag. Okay. I hope the rest of the info will come out about all of this. They need to be transparent. Yes. I just watched The Night Listener. Yes, Summer. Isn't it a great movie? Yes, it is. No, she to blame. Not innocent with weed, white-ish, and shooting. So sad. Yes, prayers for the family. Indeed. Jen on YouTube, Nashville Metro. Yes. It's just a wicked, wicked story. I don't know. But see, the thing about stories like this, naturally, they don't tell you everything when they pull you over in traffic stops. Who's to say what's been going on? Naturally, if they're hunting this person, his name is on the car. That's why they stopped the car. You want to post a video. What are you saying? Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much. Police department to blame. He should have detained her immediately. Yeah, well, ain't no telling what would have came out at that time. Well, Gene, I never answered. Maybe the cop thought she was calling the man to come help her. Maybe he thought she was not really calling mama. I don't know, Pepper. See, that's the thing about situations like this. You can ask 1,000 questions. Why? I mean, it can just go on and on because you don't have any idea, what was she thinking? What was he thinking? It's sad. I just can't believe she did all of that over a little bit of drugs in her purse. Maybe she had been in trouble before. I don't know. Sad. Yes, it is. That's what's sad is that she grabbed a gun. No matter how it all started out, whether it was appropriate protocol or not, because like I said, I do have some questions about, license, this and that, verification, everything. But I don't know why in the world she would grab a gun. I just don't understand why in the world she would grab a gun. It's just crazy to me. Like, why would you grab a gun? Especially if indeed the car is his. His name is on the car. Then that's even more crazy than where was the gun at inside of the car? Was the gun in the flip-up console, glove box, under the seat, under the driver's seat, in the driver's seat, under another bag? What, that was interesting to me too. I was thinking, well, she kept wanting to be in that car, fumbling around, and man, then you get in there, get tased, and grab a gun after being tased. I just never heard of such. This is very strange to me. Very, very strange. Okay, Carolina girl saying she did make 2 calls. Okay, I don't know. I thought she was on the phone with him too, but he was far with her. That's why I said I thought she was. That's why I said I may have got confused when I thought she was saying whose name was on the car. I don't know why I thought she said her name was on the car. She had a lengthy criminal record. Those was not her first rodeo. Okay, Night Owl. Hold on a minute. Night, I'm going to drop the link so you can come up and tell me about that because, as I told you, I didn't go in to bring up any more information pertaining to the story as far as any updates. So I will be back on. I'll bring an update tomorrow. I'll try to bring one early pertaining to the young man who is Damon M. Buchanan, 42. And then Miss Nika Nicole Holbert, 31. I'll bring you all the said information that I can find on both of these people and any updates pertaining to the story. And any incorrection I mentioned in this video, I will put a correction on the top of the page in the comment section if I repeated anything incorrectly in this video. Let's see here. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay. Okay, just 1 second. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Miss Dee Dee. Didn't mean to ignore you last night. How you doing, darling? No, and then there's something I was going to tell you guys, too. I might wait to the end of the video to give you all a little tea. Excuse me. Night Owl, I need you to come up for a second and explain what information you found. Nay, at the end of the video. I'll wait to the end because I can't give it to you now because you'll jump off what we're talking about and be on that. And I ain't trying to do that tonight. Hey, Ann, how you doing? All right, well, Dee Dee, you was good. You was all right, Miss Dee Dee. You know we all right. We copacetic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Pepper. See, Pepper, you already being messy. See? Already. Golly, y'all just... Lord have mercy. Only in my chats. Y'all won't behave. Okay, you dehydrated. Well, you can get undehydrated at the end of the video. Because I'm not holding this live long. I'm already 1 hour, 7 minutes in. Night Owl, if you want to come up and tell me what information you got on the woman suspect who shot the cop, please. Y'all some messy old heathens I ever seen in my life. Ain't never seen nothing like it. Oh, what? I'd like to know how some of y'all act when y'all not on YouTube. I know I might be a little frightful. I'm just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Especially after last night's live. Ooh, my stars. I can't, Satan. I can't. Pepper needs to put down a glass of wine and go to my room and read my Bible. Well, don't put the Bible and wine in the same sentence. Golly, shut up. No, I'll tell you at the end of the video. That way, when I say what I got to say, I'm hitting the end broadcast button. Ting! And you can go to the comment section and wear it out. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. Y'all like mess and drama. I'm gonna give it to you at the end of the video. And then I'm gonna hit that end button. I'm gonna really give y'all something to holler about. Okay, Night Owl. Thank you. Thank you for the support and the kind words. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're gonna wear it out. You're gonna wear it out when I look when I drop this little tea bag, you're gonna wear it down. Okay, we got Night Owl up here. Whew.
I'm trying to pull it back up for you.
Okay. Oh, you bringing me a sauce too with it?
Yeah, the news.
Thank you. So you ain't gonna tell me, oh, I heard it from such and such.
Oh no. No.
Because you know these folks jumping here, they love cry and moan about where you hear it, where you got it. Tell me where to go. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. That's what a lot of you don't understand. I actually do the work before I get up here. I don't just jump up here, paint my face, and then start talking about stuff. I don't work like that.
Yeah, it was all over Facebook yesterday.
Give me the source.
The Tennessean.com.
Okay, Tennessean. Okay.
They're the one that first posted what her mom had said about the incident. They also have the video, but I'm going to go to where I saw about the criminal record.
Okay.
And also Chris Davis News Channel 5.
Okay, so you going off of different ones?
Yep.
Okay.
Because it was different places where, you know, they put the information. All of it wasn't in the same place. But
in the same place, I got you.
Chris Davis for News Channel 5.
Okay.
Newschannel5.com.
Okay.
That's where they have the statement from the mother.
So read that first. No, so News 5 is the statement of the mother. Go ahead.
Yeah, News Channel 5 Nashville has the statement from the mom as well as the chief the chief over the police department in Nashville, and he simply stated that he did everything he could. He defends the officer.
Okay.
So to get to what the mom said is very lengthy, or what she said, but basically, Nakia Hobart's mother thinks it should never have gotten to the point. She called News Channel 5, wanted to share what she believes was her daughter's perspective to the story.
Okay.
She asked them not to use her name in the interest of her own safety. And she says there's a 1,000 scenarios that could have happened to where both of them could have walked away. My
Yes.
daughter should be alive today, said Hobart's mother. Nakia's mother tells News Channel 5 she does not know the owner of the car that her daughter was driving.
Oh,
If
wow.
I did, I would have him arrested already yesterday. I
Okay.
don't know that guy, she added. She
Okay.
also said she wasn't surprised that Nakia pulled out a handgun, saying that she was quite obviously scared.
Okay.
He was trying to kill her with that taser, and she was trying to protect herself, she said. Hobart's mother is now in the process of hiring an attorney, considering her legal options.
Mm-hmm.
That is what her mother says, and then it goes on to give an update on the officer condition, where he was wounded. He had a procedure done. He was a little groggy. He's been on the force for 14 years and should be released in the coming days. And once again, that was newschannel5.com to see what the victim mom said about her daughter.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
Oh, I'm going back because I was confused because they kept saying like she had a criminal record, and I was like, criminal record?
Okay.
So I'm going back to see, can I pull that up? Because I just thought this was a lady going to the store early morning.
Mm-hmm.
She
So you
acted
have
erratic.
information on her criminal record?
Yeah, it was on, here we go. It was also on Facebook under a blog called Gun Free Zone blog.
Okay.
Yep. And it basically says there was a police shooting in North Nashville. Both the body cam and dash cam footage have been released. The car was registered to the owner with 6 outstanding warrants, which is why the vehicle was pulled over. The woman, Nakia Nicole Hobart, was not the registered owner. Hobart had a lengthy criminal record, including several drug convictions. The media has yet to say exactly why the officer tried to arrest her, but driving a car that was registered to someone else being a man with several outstanding warrants while having a long criminal record herself was part of it. So
Wait.
yeah,
Slow down. Go back and read what you just said. You said she was a part of it. Repeat that again, please. You're saying he had links to the car or something, and she was a part of it. Just read that statement again, please.
The media has yet to say why the officer tried to arrest her, but driving a car that was registered to someone else being a man with several outstanding warrants while having a long criminal history herself was probably part of it.
Okay. So they've linked her to it. So that's why I said, because I obviously misspoke, because I thought I heard her say her name was on it, but obviously I don't know. I have to read. I'll go back and listen again. So that's why I said we don't know if these people have been watching him, besides knowing that, he had warrants already. And so you always have to ask yourself, when you see a car riding down the street, there's various reasons why a cop will pull a car over. It could be they're messy, they're just bored, or it could be the car has been seen doing things, or they're on the lookout for that said car. So let's just say she's in that area, happen to go to the Dollar General store. They're looking for a dude with this car because he owns the car. And voila, she pops up at the Dollar General in the area where he was patrolling, because that is said by the spokesperson in the video that I showed you earlier. So she's just so happened to be driving a car linked to a felon who has new warrants. And there she is in the car that obviously they're looking for him. Maybe that's why she was driving the car, because they are currently looking for him, because I don't have information if they have apprehended him or not. But see, she should have known better if she knew him and what he was doing. Don't drive a car of somebody that's been got warrants or stuff, because I know he has to know about his warrants. So, and I doubt that she couldn't have known. I'm not saying
that's what I've been saying yesterday.
But they can judge her only because now you're saying she's got a criminal record. So that means birds of a feather flock together, allegedly. And oh yeah, she knew what he was doing. She went and got this car anyway. And you got people who ride like that. They know the people they're fooling with are selling drugs, on drugs, whatever. They get in their vehicles anyway, knowing they got problems with their car title, this and that. I mean, whatever the hell's going on with these people. See, I don't know these people. So I can't say.
I'm bringing you another source with a more detailed breakdown of these charges.
Okay.
This source is Fox17.com. Okay. It's Fox17 WZTV Nashville.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let me bring you these charges. It starts off about what happened, and then it goes into her lengthy criminal record. Okay. According to online records from both Metro and the Tennessee Department of Investigation, Nakia Hobart's criminal background includes several repeat misdemeanors, including driving with a revoked license and theft under 500. She also had a felony drug charge from 2010. Her last listed interaction with law enforcement was public indecency in 2017. So
that's what the last one again.
It said it says from Metro in Tennessee. It did not say where these incidents had happened, but this is what they posted when this had happened. And this was on Fox17.com.
Okay, Air Force, who are you saying self-defense? The cop? She shot at him a few times before he shot back. Okay, those are not big charges on that woman. Okay, well, 2010 is a long time ago because we're in 2021. So she would have been in her 20s when she took a drug felony charge. So that's a long time ago. Is that the only basic charge you have on it? Is the one from 10 years ago or so?
I'm looking now. Because like I said, each little article I read gave different things. Because the first one kept saying that she had drug charges. So I didn't get a chance to get into that, everything.
Okay. Now, what did that one say? What did that one say?
She had the one for the shoplifting.
Oh, wow. You didn't even read that. Okay, hold on. Okay. Shoplifting. How long ago was that?
Hold on. Let me go back to it.
Yeah, just read the charge dates.
They didn't go back. The drug charge was in 2010.
Okay, that's old.
They didn't give they said her last interaction was public indecency. That was 2017.
So that's still coming up 4 years ago. So what do you got? Anything recent?
Let me go back.
I need something recent. I'm not about to judge nobody on something from 10 years ago as a kid.
Well, no, I didn't. All mine came from the basic fact that if you know that you have a gun and dope in the car, I don't know. It might just be me.
That's why I said I think that's why she pulled the gun out, because she already knew. That's really why I think she's wanting to go to the bathroom. She wanted to get out of there because she knew what was in her purse. Now, what was inside the car, I don't know. We'll wait to hear what the police department has to say about what was actually found in the car, if anything was indeed found. But I think she knew what was in her purse. And that's why it's just so weird to me. You pull this gun out. Damn, you just went blazing fire, shoot at this cop for what? That little substance. I mean, I don't know how much the powder was that was found, in her purse. But still, like we said, I'd rather just, some of us anyway, I'd rather just take the drug charges and be done with it. Just take an alpha plea, whatever, just whatever, and be done with it. Damn, just shooting a cop is crazy.
And they also have a video on WKRN. And basically, they said she had a criminal history, no violent offenses, traffic violation, and forgery charges.
She didn't have no violent offenses.
No violent offenses.
Then what's this next thing you said? Forgery.
The video says it has forgery charges, but that's a video. So I can't play the video. I'm on my computer. And
Okay,
that's
so
how I can see all this.
so what you're saying is she don't have any felony charges allegedly, but she does have some
Yep.
forgery theft charges.
Yes.
But it doesn't say how long ago it was.
No, it's a video. You can see it at WKRN.com.
Okay, so let me pull up her name. Hold on a minute. That'll get all this out of the way. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I didn't say that if she had a record or not had a record, that's held against anybody. What I'm saying is, if you know you in the South, right, and you know
Anywhere.
that,
Just
you
say
you
anywhere because it don't even matter when
you,
you're doing wrong. Just say
you
anywhere.
try to do as much as possible not to have any interaction with them. In the case that you have to have interaction with them, you try to do as much as you can to have that interaction and get it over with. Because I'm gonna be honest, he was very lenient with her compared to a lot of us when they say stop, don't move, and talk to you a certain kind of way. You can't even say nothing back to them out of thinking they will shoot you right then and there. So
Okay,
he was very lenient.
go ahead. Go ahead. Finish that. I'm gonna show y'all a video. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was lenient to let her go back and forth to the car because in
Oh, yeah,
actuality,
yeah.
they don't let you go back and forth to the car. So you can go on with the video.
Okay. This is a video when I pull her name up. There's an article with News 4, officer in stable condition, woman dies after shooting. Then the next is a video of who is Nika Holbert. This is by WSMV.com. I'm going to show this video, see what it says, so we can see what they're talking about pertaining to this young lady. Hold on. It says, Rebecca Cardina spoke to the mom of the woman killed by a Metro officer. She says that she doesn't understand how her daughter got killed. Hold on.
Now to an exclusive interview only on News 4. The mother of Nika Holbert is speaking with us. Rebecca Cardenas is live with more from that emotional interview. Rebecca.
Hey, Marius, Holbert's mother spoke to us just after seeing her daughter's body here at Skyline for the first time. She's obviously in an unimaginable amount of pain. More than anything, though, she wants answers. She says that she was on the phone with her daughter moments before the shooting took place this morning. She says that her daughter called her to let her know she had been pulled over and tells me that her daughter's demeanor was casual and calm at that point. Now her mother wants to know how the situation escalated to the point that it did.
I don't think my daughter shot him. And why does she have multiple gunshot wounds? I'm not understanding how did this turn into a shooting, and all it was you pulled her over because you're looking for the person the car belonged to. That's my issue, and they need to tell me. They need to explain it to me like I'm a fourth grader. Tell me why is my daughter dead?
Metro Police are reporting that Holbert fired the first shot. Marius?
Rebecca, let me get this straight. She was on the phone with her mom as she was being pulled over, and she told her mom that, her mom says that it didn't seem like anything was amiss. I mean, did she talk about the need for transparency when it comes to finding out all the information that she wants to know about the death of her daughter?
She certainly alluded to that, Marius. She tells me that her daughter was a good person. As you said, she was on the phone with her right before, and nothing did seem amiss at that point. She was actually driving to the Dollar General parking lot to go meet her daughter after hearing this news. And at this point, she's just not able to reconcile the narrative that police are reporting, and frankly, does not believe it. Of course, we will continue to follow the story very closely, Marius.
Continue asking those questions, Rebecca. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys, that source is News 4 Nashville. If you need verification for the story, let me see if they got anything else they want to bring us with that. I don't see anything else. Okay, let's see. Hold on a second. So in this article I'm reading of News 4 about the Chief Drake speaking about the incident. I'm just skimming over the stuff that I think is important. It does says, according to Metro Police, Baker, a 14-year-old veteran of Metro Police, conducted a traffic stop of a black Chevrolet Camaro. Police said the owner of the car had 6 outstanding drug warrants. And so Baker approached the vehicle. He learned that the owner of the car, the person with the outstanding warrants, was not the person driving, and a situation devolved from there into a shootout, Metro Police spokesman Don Aaron said. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said the driver was identified as 31-year-old Nika Nicole Hobart, and Baker exchanged fire. Both suffered gunshot wounds. Officer Baker returned the fire, and both persons were hit, Aaron said. Baker suffered a gunshot wound to the side of his torso and was rushed to Vanderbilt Medical Center. At last check, Metro Police said Baker was in stable condition after undergoing surgery at Vanderbilt. Dozens of officers were standing outside the emergency room doors. An unidentified woman was seen being escorted by police into the hospital. Okay, they've got said video of that. Metro confirmed that Hobart was rushed to Skyline Medical Center where she died from her injuries. And at one point in the top of this article, it says she was in stable condition, so things must have escalated to where this young lady passed away. News 4 talked with Hobart's mother, who said she was on the phone with her daughter just before the shooting. She said Hobart called to let her know she had been pulled over and added her demeanor was calm and casual. I don't think my daughter shot him, and why does she have multiple gunshot wounds, as you hear her in the video? I'm not understanding how this turned into a shooting, and all it was is you pulled her over because you're looking for the person the car belonged to. That's my issue, and they need to explain it to me like I'm a 4th grader. Why is my daughter dead? I about died when she said that. Metro Police said, Hobart, Miss Hobart, Nika N. Hobart, 31, that's me adding that in, fired the first shot. Aaron said Baker was wearing a body camera at the time of the shooting on Friday night. In an effort to be as transparent as possible, police released footage from the Officer Baker's body-worn and in-car cameras. To see the footage, click here. Warning, the video is graphic, blah, blah, blah. I know the Nashville community has Officer Baker in their thoughts and prayers, as they do for the other person involved here. Aaron said we would ask for those continued thoughts and prayers. Officer Baker's family, his wife, his parents have been notified. Okay, it says Officer Baker is a legacy police officer. His father, Danny Baker, was the East Precinct commander in prior years and was also a captain with the police department. TBI said the investigation to the shooting remains active and ongoing. TBI agents and special agent forensic scientists continue to gather any and all relevant evidence, interviews, and information. Throughout the process, investigative findings will be shared with the District Attorney General for his further review and consideration, TBI said in a release on Friday. And this is the said information. Let me see if there's a little bit more. Nashville Mayor John Cooper said his thoughts and prayers are with Officer Baker, the families involved, with the families of everyone involved. What happened today is a reminder that being a police officer anywhere can be a dangerous job, Cooper said in a statement on Friday. Dollar General released a statement on the shooting. At this time, we are referring all inquiries on this matter to local authorities as to not hinder their ongoing investigation, company said on Friday. News 4 was on the scene, gathering information on air and online. So if you need any information, verification of what I brought you, News 4 in this article is stating that the person who with the warrants, Mr. Damon M. Buchanan, is the owner of the car. So my apologies for saying that. I thought she was saying she was the owner. I don't know why I just thought she said that. So I will put a discrepancy in the video when I upload. This is just a weird story to me. I don't understand anything going on with this. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Okay. Now, you still here?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting I'm just
Yes, ma'am.
interesting. So basically, you haven't found anything newer of a criminal record on Miss Hobart.
I haven't seen anything. Like I said, I just glanced at yesterday because
Okay.
it was weird. Because like I said, when I first initially heard this story, it was that somebody was typing about what the police did. I didn't even know what was going on, and then when I seen it, I was just kind of taken aback because I don't think no one should lose their life. I don't, but I
Okay.
also understand that he was in fear and
Yeah.
maybe she was in fear. We could say they
Yeah.
both in fear.
Yeah.
Well, I don't said 1,000 times that it could have been worse because he could have called backup. I was just
Yeah.
confused by that when he
Yeah. I
said
made a
number
good point
9.
that they don't matter who was driving. Okay, you made a point. I don't want to know. I don't know if I agree with that. No matter who's driving the car. Well, what we're saying. I get what you're saying. No matter who's driving the car, but we're past that. Once you pull the car over and see it's not that person, that's when somebody should have said. He should have said to her, you know, hey, I'm gonna say this again. Driver license, registration, blah, blah, blah. Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. We're looking for Pookie. Pookie has such and such warrants. That's all I'm saying.
But Angela, this is where
But
me and my husband had the
but I
conflict
don't
about that because I
listen.
said that.
But I don't listen because I want to make this clear before y'all start making up stuff I didn't say it. I didn't hear anything about registration, all that, because that's the law in this state. When I say this to you, it's the law here that you asked me for my driver license and my registration. I didn't hear that. So then you go on to say, naturally, I'm going to ask you, why are you pulling me over? Then you tell me, I'm looking for Mr. Buchanan. Then I say, well, as you see, sir, he's not in here. And then when you ask me who I am or something to that effect, then I say, hey, I'm his sister, cousin, mother. I'm just using the car to go to the store, And then I don't know how I can go from there. If the person still wants to, if the cop still wants to say, well, I want you to step out of the car, blah, blah, blah. Naturally, you're going to refute because you're saying to yourself, well, I've already let you know I'm Susie May. I'm not the person you're looking for. Why are you bothering me? I get it. You're looking for Pookie. This is Pookie's car. But you see, Pookie ain't in here. But yet, what happened? He still wanted her out of the vehicle. That's why I'm wondering if it's more to the story with her, perhaps. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because once you realize I'm not him, why are we still talking? But I don't condone her shooting the cop. Let me make that clear. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, not out.
What I was trying to say is that's kind of what me and my husband were trying to figure out yesterday, and I came to the conclusion that maybe I need to learn the law about search and seizure to
Mm-hmm.
understand exactly by the car having warrants that they give him already right to search that car and talk to her,
Mm-hmm.
regardless because the car had warrants. And
Yeah.
so that's where I think we are conflicted is what is search and seizure? How does it apply to warrants? And if the person that the warrants are for is not driving the car, does that still go towards the other person in the car? You know, is it still the
Yeah.
same thing?
But see, that's the whole
So
point.
that's my confusion.
You should throw no warrants on me because that's no different than well, let me take that back because we're going to talk about a house situation. They'll search the house no matter who is in the house. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter. So long as Pookie, Shamika put their name on something and then the warrant is issued. And they can verify that you stayed at that house, you use that address, they will push that damn door open to get out of that house. And that is exactly what happened with Miss Brianna in Kentucky. His name was linked to that address.
All right.
So that's where the warrant is served.
Right.
It didn't matter that he ain't been there. It didn't matter that he ain't been coming there. It is when you did the initial investigation. His name was linked to that address. And that's why, poof, You know how that jumped off in Kentucky with the shootout there at that apartment. But that's the thing about this car situation. You have a visual. This is different. You actually see the car. You see who's sitting in the car. You then ask the person, as I said, don't you ask them who they are? Can I see your driver's license? So you can verify who the hell you're stopping? Why won't you verify who you're talking to?
But that's something we need to like learn. Like, what is search and seizure and warrants as it relates if the person is not driving the car? That's something we should learn. We should take from this.
Well, we should, because I live in the state, so I should know that. Indeed, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, Queen's up
because
here. What's
that's
up?
my only confusion. Hey, Queen.
Yeah.
That's something we should learn.
Hey, there's a delay, so I'm still hearing y'all. Back
Well,
here.
you had some noise in the background playing. Okay, Queen's up
Because
here.
that's my only confusion. Hey, Queen.
Hey, okay, there you go. I can hear
Yeah,
that.
she got a delay.
Damn.
Well, you had some noise in the background playing. Well, call me the other way.
Okay.
Okay. He's gonna move her out. Yeah, she has a delay. I'm sorry about that, you guys. So she should have stayed in the car, correct? No, you don't stay in the car because you know they want you out of the car. So no, you always comply to whatever the officer says. It doesn't matter if you think you're in the right, the wrong, he got the wrong person. You do whatever they tell you. This is why people are dead. Because people won't comply. They get mad, they take off, they get the cussing, fussing. You don't know the temperament of the officer you're dealing with, or officers, God forbid you got more than one. That's why I said she did good to go as long as she did.
Right,
Because
that's all I've been saying.
she could have got her one that was jiggy, baby, and she got to talk
Woo!
about it and all that. Pling, plong, laid her down. I ain't
Why
lying.
was she late? When you sure ain't lying. What did you say, gal?
Look, she could have she could have got laid down that first time he said, ma'am, you step out of the car. She got to talk about cigarettes and all that. Baby,
Ain't no way.
look, a Derek Chauvin move. I'm take you down to the ground and lay you down.
He could have possibly let her go if she would have acted right. We never know.
What I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's more to the story, because you automatically wanted to search her persons. So why would you want to search her persons when you see if she don't have no warrants? Why are you going to search her? That means, I'm telling you, this is just like that Brianna stuff. You had information 9 times out of 10 that this person is also trafficking drugs, selling something. Because it made no sense to want to search her bag when you see this guy is not with her. There are no other persons in the car. So why would you want to search her? You see what I'm saying?
Okay, can I speak? Because I think y'all kind of got it a little bit confused on what's going on.
Oh, we got it confused.
Excuse me?
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
No. What? No, but look, this is okay. So let me start from the beginning. So the car, we already know he ran the license plate. He came to the demand, so they pulled him over because he had 6 outstanding warrants. Okay, cool. He pulled her over. As you see on the video, he didn't even get a chance to say license, registration, proof of insurance. She immediately jumped out of the car. So that level was.
But that don't matter, Queen. You are in control of the situation. You the cop. She ain't the cop.
That's what I'm saying, Angie. When soon she got out the car, he couldn't even deal with that. Yeah, he had to deal with her getting out the car. Hey, step to the side. But what she did was she went in the car, started searching through her purse, which led him, and she started taking stuff out of her purse, which led him to ask, "What are you taking out of your purse?" Mm-hmm. That gave a probable cause to search her purse.
Okay, so still, ain't you got to go check the name and stuff off the name if I'm checking your purse for your driver license?
Right, he hasn't got. Okay, so normally, right.
I hear everything you saying, but in the end, he got control of the situation. She don't got control. She can act like she got control, but he has the upper hand because, one, he got the taser, the gun, and the authority. It don't matter what that heifer doing, because that's why we said.
Exactly, but she immediately jumped out the car. I agree he should have detained find her so he could get her license registration. But he hopped out of the car, which messed up the whole process, which actually led him to deal with her past the license registration, and then he probably would have went back and got her information. But being that she jumped out of the car, he had to make sure he deal with his safety and worry about what she's doing after that. So she automatically turned around, go in the car, started throwing stuff out of her purse and hiding stuff, which led to believe something's in there that I gave him probable cause to search that purse. If you're taking out stuff, they suspicious, they wonder what you're taking out. That's how it goes. I mean, that's the probable cause.
That this is, but see, it's in the end, he's the one that's in control. So you basically let a civilian run this situation. Because see, all that smoking a cigarette, let's be truthful. I hear everything you're saying, but really, it don't mean nothing because it's a point where she done went and got a lighter. She done went and got a lighter. So see, huh? Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. You didn't have control of the situation. You allowed this to escalate. You could have said, lady, look, I don't know who you are, but there's a reason why I pulled you over because we're looking for such and such, blah, blah, blah. I need you to step over here. There is no going to the car. There's no fumbling with a purse. There's no nothing. And the first time she didn't comply, that's when you should have said, well, ma'am, I'm going to handcuff you because you're not following instructions. That is the normal thing to do is once a person don't follow instructions, you don't keep talking to them. You don't let them say nothing about no lighter and you got the wrong person and Pookie ain't in the car. And
the thing is, he was cutting her. He was being a nice cop. He wasn't being like these other cops out here.
And I get all that. But damn, look how it ended up.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And he immediately he was radioing for backup. So it wasn't like, he knew, he kind of had a feeling this was going to go wrong because he was already calling. Backup was 4 minutes out. You can hear it on the video, him radioing backup.
Okay, victim of insanity says, for some reason, the cops want that car. Maybe, I don't know. The owner had drug charges, so they had probable cause to search that car. Her not having a license, they could have took the car and let her go if she would have complied. Don't she have drug charges? That's old charges, Cynthia. That we don't have no reference that she has no current drug charges.
It ended up that the way statements about the mother. When the mother came out talking about she didn't know who the guy was, on the video, Miss Holbert was telling her mother Damon had warrants on him. When she said, it's on the video, if you can hear it clearly, she said Damon had warrants while they pulled us over. So
I didn't hear that. That's why maybe I wasn't listening.
Yeah, watch it again. I promise you. She says Damon, which is his name. It's Damon. He had warrants. So the mother, I don't understand how she didn't know who he is when her daughter told her that he had warrants. That's why they was pulled over. All of that was in the video. That's
an old drug charge victim of insanity. That's 2010 or so. That's old.
And she did shoot the cop first. She shot him first.
Well, they're saying that she did shoot him.
And no, I'm just saying the mother. I'm talking about what the mother.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah,
Dee Dee.
Going down, he let off a couple of shots as he was falling down. But she says all it. So I don't understand what the mother's talking about. But
that's her child. That's what people do. People gonna say whatever because that's the thing. People gotta always understand with a story. I don't know what the news got. I don't know what the public has seen. So if I don't know that you release footage from the cam and his web, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you've seen, so I can say anything. Because see, you gotta remember, the mother don't know that the information, you know what I'm saying, has been released to the public. So she gonna say, yeah, I don't know him, and I don't know nothing about that dude. I don't know about that man that owned that car.
Now it makes her look kind of weird, that everything is released and out in the light. That everything, she said was kind of like, I don't know.
Okay, Carolina girl said she did say his name. Okay, I guess I just wasn't paying attention because I think I was hearing something with the radio playing. Because there was also webcam footage coming back from so I'll just have to watch it again because I don't know why I kept thinking she was saying her name was on the car. Okay, go ahead.
Cops, I mean, I just, in my opinion, I just think he was trying to deal with the situation the best way he can with all of these police brutalities and everything going on. They are really criticizing cops right now. So I just believe he tried to handle it another way.
Yeah.
Because if he would have handled it any other way, he would have been scrutinized by the
I know. Being a black person being pulled over by a white cop.
Oh, Black Lives Matter. Oh, they didn't give a deal about her right. And all this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. When he just let her just do not whatever, but she got a lot of leeway.
Let me pull up. Let me go one more time. I gotta look at this again because I'm bothered now about this. Hold on.
The cop was very patient with her. He was very lenient with her, and it's just it's sad, you know. And she at the end of the day, she didn't want to go to jail. She got tased. She pulled out a gun. She shot him. He let off a couple of shots on his way, falling to the ground from his gunshot wound. And then you see her on the video throw out her gun and pull off.
Yeah, that's what messed me up because I was like, dang, you just shot that man. Because I was looking at, the dash cam because, they're switching. So I'm looking at the dash cam footage and in my mind, I'm listening to him say, don't pull that out, whatever he's saying. In my mind, I said, I know damn well this girl ain't got no gun. That's all I kept saying to myself. There's no way she has a gun and she is getting ready to use this gun. And then I saw the smoke. You understand what I'm saying?
And then for the people that
so I didn't even know who was shooting who. I didn't even know who shot who first because all I saw was the smoke. So I didn't know that she actually shot or he actually shot. The only way I believe that she had shot is because she threw the gun out the car before pulling off. And I said, I be damned. This heifer that shot this man.
Yep. And then for the people that don't understand why he used the taser, I mean, she was resisting arrest. And he didn't jump to his gun like other cops would have probably done. He jumped to his taser to try to get her to comply with him because she wasn't complying at that point.
Well, okay. I don't have no problem. Now that's something I don't have no problem with because no, I don't understand. But I'm saying I don't have a problem with the run around the car. And ma'am, I told you this because, like I said, once he told her what he was doing, naturally, she didn't want to agree to whatever. And then they start doing the song and dance or playing in a car. That was just an escalation. That was just a decoy. You know what I'm saying? She had something to hide 9 times out of 10. We know that because she found stuff in the purse. It just went out of control because one, he didn't have nobody else there. It could have ended. He could have been dead because she could have done. She could have said, you know what, hell, F this cop. When he went and turned his back on her, went to that cruiser, she could have shot him in his back. She could have done anything. Matter of fact, she could have jumped in the car and pulled off and went on a high-speed chase. That's why the whole scenario is weird to me. It's just very weird to me.
She could have got out the car, and she could have got off the car while he was laying on the ground with his injuries. She could have unloaded the rest of the bullets on him. So, I mean, it could have went all type of ways.
Look at Victor talking about they only look like 1/4 of weed. Damn, Victor.
But this the thing too.
Really?
What she should have did was.
Oh Lord.
It wasn't a lot of drugs, so she would have had a bond, and all she would have to do was go back to court for her drug charges.
Right. But that's your mind. But that's your mindset. That's why her mind. Didn't I tell you people mindset's different? Your mindset is.
I'm just saying that's what she should have done.
Yeah, I got you, baby. But I'm just saying. Obviously, she thought, well, they found that powder. So I'm getting ready to go up the river for that powder. I'm gonna shoot the cop because in my mind I'm trying to figure out what was the reason for shooting the cop.
Not wanting to go to jail, obviously.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, and that's the part I don't understand. Why didn't you just take the charge?
Yep, but she definitely in the wrong. In my opinion, she's
she's in the wrong for shooting the cop. I don't condone that because this could have just ended. I mean, I feel like everything would have happened the same way. It wouldn't have mattered what he said, how he did it. The only difference would have been had he handcuffed her in the beginning. Now, who's to say had he tried to even put handcuffs on the Lord, have mercy, how that would have ended up? Because you see, she was already adamant that, well, hey, you're looking for him, but I ain't got nothing to do with it. She could have resisted.
Yeah, I mean, she was all the way wrong. All the way wrong.
Lord have mercy. Night Owl, you still there?
What if the cop died?
From what?
Yeah.
From the shooting?
Yeah. Her gun shot. That she was, from her shooting him.
Well, I guess in the end, it probably wouldn't have mattered to nobody but his family because hell, she ended up dead. She could have stood trial. It would have just been like right now. I mean, his family mourning him because now she's, she's now deceased. So she couldn't have stood trial if she lived had, he passed away. This is a weird traffic stop to me.
I bet
it's just weird to me.
I bet you next time he ain't finna, if anybody jump out, he gonna just go ahead and detain them.
Because a lot of times they'll just put you even in the little zip tie things, just to hold you till they do whatever the hell they gonna do, whether it be search your car, search your purse, whatever. And then when they done, then they'll say, well, we just did this for your safety, so it won't be no misunderstanding. You flee, blah, blah, blah. But none of that happened.
I work for Nashville Sheriff Department, so does my uncle. That's what's up, Cynthia.
Say what?
You probably know my people.
You should.
But yeah, so I just feel like, that's all I want to say. But that's why, because at first, I had the same question, but I had to watch the video again. She was, confronted with the first.
V said it didn't look like the taser did anything. Well, we know it didn't do much because she's able to grab that damn gun. That's why I got confused. I said, wait a minute. You remember when she was laying back in the car? I thought she was hell no.
I thought she was giving up.
I said she gone. And next thing I know,
Something like coke. How y'all know that woman was on some coke?
Say what? Yeah, y'all tripping now.
Y'all talking about she was on coke. I don't know if she was on anything, but I know common sense wasn't one of them.
Okay, Miss Didi said he tried to put handcuffs on her, ran. Okay, I'm going. Let me do this again because I'm real baffled by this. I mean, this whole story is weird to me. Very, very strange. Hey, pretty face, how you doing? She was definitely thug Mrs. Oh God, y'all stupid. She was thug. I don't know what she was, what she had going on. It's a strange story. Her only concern was being separated with her habit. If she went to jail, she'd be going through change. Moonlight. Now, Moonlight, come on now. Now
I just want to know if the guy's going to come and turn himself in that all this was about. Lord Summer Night said she was resilient. She bounced back like Michael Myers. Y'all know what?
I'm not looking. I'm not looking at the comments. I'm not looking. Yes, I had to watch the video more than once. Yeah, you have to watch it because, like I said, I thought she was saying her name was on, and Queen is saying she said something else. So I'm just, oh God, this is like, what in the hell is?
Not that she took the taser like a champ. Y'all so stupid.
Well, she had to for her to grab the gun and shoot him, and then she drove off.
Baby, I don't know.
Look, but she was woke. She was homegirl woke. I'm hour 55 minutes in, about to end the stream, but she was woke. We can't even say she wasn't woke because she was.
Yeah.
Very, very odd. This taser
I thought tasers hurt too, LaKendra. I did too.
Oh, I know one guy in Knoxville had a heart attack. He was running up to some cars, traffic, and the police tased him. Ploop, fell dead right on the spot. He fell dead right on the. No, oh God, this. I can't even pull up this account for some reason. Oh my God, it won't even let me in now to watch the video. Dang.
Somebody said she spelled off like Proud Mary. Yeah, it's stupid.
Honey Marie, that's not nice. I'm not glorifying what she done, but her clapback was real. SM. Okay. Officers are different in the way they would have handled that stop. They just need to make sure they do it correctly at all possible. Yes, that's the point. because we understand that girl will probably got it flipped anyway. You know, like, why are you trying to put handcuffs on me? Blah, blah, blah. But my thing is, you're the one in control. You can't let the person have control of the situation. My thing is, you should have just told her from the beginning, look, I'm looking for such and such. Did she say, well, he ain't here? You can see. Okay, then he should have said, well, I'm still going to search the car anyway because this car is linked to drug trafficking. That's what he should have said. You get me?
Right.
That guy we're looking for is a known offender, and this car has been linked to drug trafficking. So sorry, I have to search the vehicle. That killed all of that. And then pull out your handcuffs, your little plastic links, whatever, and put them on her. And then whatever you found, that's on her. That'd been on her. That could have killed all of this. Now, if she did want to take off running and he got the, you feel? Because that's what it should have. You should have told her, this car is linked to drug trafficking, ma'am. He has all these outstanding warrants. Although I don't know you, it's nothing personal, but we have to do our job. I have to pull you over here to the side and put you in handcuffs and or plastic links, whatever. I will search the car. If we find nothing, I will let you go. Okay, Carolina girl, she was no little person. Okay, Carolina, that don't got nothing to do with that. Now, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Looks like it was raining when it happened. Okay, y'all doing it. I agree, some are gangbangers. Oh, wow. If you're under the, oh, no, y'all going on a whole new level now. Okay, well, I'm going to end this live. Yeah, see where this is going. I thank you all for joining me. I thank you, Not Out, for bringing the said information. Thank you, Queen, for coming up. I'm going to end this. But before I go, last night was a little shenanigans going on with a lot of people infiltrating the chat with different commentary of who's who, who's Pookie, Ray, Karen. Well, I like to let you all know that a Miss Heidi Ladasky douchebag did message me back today at 6:11 p.m. through IG and basically sent a video of that person that loves uploading content about me. And the video was about Mr. No Thanks. So what I took from that is she was letting me know, yeah, I'm with the Shia Poo and I am Ginger Snaps. And that's how I took it. Because why would you send me a video from somebody who has uploaded negative, nasty, derogatory content about me? Not even content, but just, disgraceful BS about the Queen, and then you send that to me in my IG. So basically you were letting me know that you are Heidi, Ginger Snaps, Shitty Karen, Boo-Boo Karen, Ignorant Karen, Troll Karen, Nasty Karen, Igmo Karen. You're that. I can't even say what I want to say. That's basically what you was letting me know when you sent that video about Perla going off on No Thanks or whatever. You're letting me know you are a troll and this is what you do every day. And, infiltrating chats and pretending to be whoever. In the end, like I told you all, that stuff doesn't matter to me because I don't know any of you. So it doesn't really matter. But Heidi Ladasky, douchebag, you need to find you something to do. And as I told you in that IG commentary, I told you, all you MFs need to get you something to do and stay out my IG. So you proved to me that you are Ginger Snaps. And that's the reason why Ginger Snaps couldn't come back on the live. Because you're Ginger Snaps. So there you have it. And so much for you going to church. Did you hear that, Night Owl? Night Owl.
Yes, ma'am.
She said she went to church. So I'd like to know what church she was going to this morning.
Oh yeah, she was going to do her Sunday school lesson and she just woke up.
Heidi, 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 Heidi ho. Heidi, Heidi, Heidi ho. As we learned, look, as the video we learned yesterday watching baby mama, Heidi horror.
Heidi horror.
Heidi horror. You ain't nothing but a stringy haired bat. You like the rest of them. We cool with it though. We cool with it. We copacetic. Heidi knows now. I ain't what you want. I thank you all for joining me. If you'd like to donate to the channel, Cash App, Big Angie 129. Thank you all. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Miss Night Owl, for joining me.
Welcome.
We can agree to disagree because in the end, you know the Queen don't really care about nothing.
Not all three of them is church.
Queen sleeps good. Oh, they always look. That's what had me laughing last night. When I say, it's like, where did these people think I was born? I keep telling you, I'm my mama's eldest child, the brightest bulb. Oh, Lord. What time is it? What time is it, baby?
Not the church parking lot where they smoking crack. Baby, that took me out last night.
You know Heidi? Shit, Heidi the one. Look, Heidi the one that be up under the pastor, sniffing. I said it. Heidi the main one will be up there taking them folks the secretary taking the money out the collection plate, putting it in her pocketbook. I said it. Oh, did I do that? I did.
Not putting it in her pocketbook.
Heidi, 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 ho.
I just woke up.
Out to Lucifer. You told her last night. Yeah. You saw was young. No, the Heidi I saw wasn't young. That wasn't no. Look, as my auntie would say, boy, you know you could cut up on somebody. That wasn't no morning star that I looked at. Why you think I said the pictures that were uploaded of a Heidi was a younger one that I thought, but you can't really tell because the pictures are so far away. What I looked at was not no morning star.
Ooh. Not a morning star. How old did she look in the face?
She look older than Queen, and Queen 50.
Father God. Ooh.
And she might be young, but what she gonna know now, you don't ever come in this playhouse.
Hi.
Because I was cordial like I do everybody. That's the message I've been trying to send to all of you. I'm cordial to everybody. I don't jump on the bandwagon because you don't like somebody or the other people don't like somebody. That's not how I work. I try to be diplomatic to all people because in the end, I don't know anybody. And that's the final say. So it doesn't matter about a username. And even if they show their face on the panel, I still don't know you. So it doesn't matter. But that heifer knows now I'm not what she wants. So
now
you can
see the church announcement.
Now you can go find other content creators and jump on their panel and pretend to be Susan May, Karen Jones, or Karen Johnson, or whoever. It doesn't bother me any because that lets me know when Ginger Snaps didn't jump back up on the live panel, we already knew what time of day it was. Bye, Pepper. What you talking about, Air Force? Call CPS. And who would you be calling CPS on summer nights? I tell y'all, stay woke. You don't even know who she is. You don't know who she is. That's the point I've been trying to make to you all who like to argue about the people who come up on the panel, people who are in the chat and the comments. You don't know these people. Yeah, it ain't gonna be here we go because I don't really care. Not how long you gonna be up?
I'll be up for a while.
Do you want to discuss what's going on out in Cal City or what?
Sure.
I'll be right back. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
Like, share, subscribe, drop the comments below. Thank you all for your support, your kind words. God bless all of you. Thank you, Night Owl. Thank you, Queen, for jumping on. It's a wrap. Y'all stay safe.